Okay, so the good news is the prednisone did help. The swelling has gone down enough that my mouth isn't in pain anymore. I do worry what's going to happen when I'm out of the prednisone because I've only got that for 3 days, but I guess I'll figure that out when it comes. The second thing I want to talk about, people are in my comments saying, well, you just want weed. She just wants weed. She just wants weed. Why? Nobody's ever going to believe you. You're a drug addict. You just want marijuana. Marijuana would not help the situation that I am dealing with because it would dry my sinuses out, and I need things to stay moist and flowing. So no, I'm not trying to get weed. I've actually smoked very little this month because I've been having issues with my sinuses. It's frustrating. And like, marijuana is not even that strong of an addiction to have to lie to get this. Like, every time in the past that I have wanted weed, I have just made a video saying, hey, I need a gram. Can I get $10 or $20 or whatever? I will just ask for it. That's literally the way that I have presented myself for a while. Now, another thing they will bring up, they'll say, well, there was this one time you said you needed food, and we have proof that you got marijuana. What happened was, and I showed receipts on this back then, I asked for food. I received multiple donations that I used for food, and then I received an extra donation that specifically said to get some marijuana. A couple of hours later, when they began attacking me for getting said marijuana and saying, well, you never wanted food, it wasn't food, you got the weed, didn't you? I showed that the PayPal explicitly said for weed, and that I had gotten multiple other donations to take care of the food. I, at that moment, was having a psychosis, and I thought that they had somebody working at the dispensary that was spying on me, and that's how they knew that I had been. Now that I'm clear, I understand. The reason they had knowledge of me getting marijuana that day was because they themselves had sent me the PayPal explicitly telling me to, so that they could then use that information pretending to not have been the person to send it and instead be the person to see me purchasing it. And then tell everybody else, I saw her buy weed, she's a liar. And basically villainize me in California for doing something that they sent me the money to do. That's not the situation today. I asked for Mucinex. I have not received anything. I figured out something else. The prednisone is helping. But it's frustrating to every time I have an illness or a sickness and need help to have people say, you're just a drug addict. You just want weed. That's all you are. That's all you'll ever be. I overcame opioid abuse and alcohol abuse. I can overcome marijuana abuse, and I mostly have. I'm asking for help with my sinuses. Smoking is counterproductive to healing sinuses. Please use logic here, because your lack of it is driving me insane. Yes, I do still smoke. No, I am not trying to get any today or tomorrow because my sinuses are completely fucked, and that would not help. The prednisone has helped. Thank you. So, one of their excuses for why this must be for something other than sinus medication, they're saying that, well, if it was really my sinuses, I could just go to the doctor and my medicine would be free because of the insurance I have. Which, while that is true, I don't have my own doctor. I have a therapist and a psychiatrist and a doctor that prescribes me my mental health pills, medications, but I don't have a regular doctor for like tummy aches or headaches or teeth aches. Well, that's a dentist, but I don't have that either. So for me, when I go to, if it's bad enough that I'm going to see a doctor, I'm going to the emergency room. And the emergency room is long, and it's just not someplace anybody really wants to be. That's why I only go when I just can't, there's no other option. The last time I went for my sinuses, I went to the emergency room and it took about 5 or 6 hours. And I'm just not wanting to go through another 5 or 6 hours in an emergency room. That's not if it's something that I could deal with over-the-counter medications. You know, it makes no sense to go to another 5-hour wait in an emergency room and then wait the next day to get the medications picked up if I could just get the Mucinex to go with the Claritin that I've got and keep things going, because all of the medications that they prescribed me can be bought over the counter. They prescribed me the Claritin. They prescribed me Sudogest, which is a expectorant, which you can switch in other expectorants like Mucinex for. They prescribed me the naproxen, which is an anti-inflammatory. I can just buy a leaf. And they prescribed me the prednisone. The prednisone is the only thing that I could not buy at the counter at CVS and would have to go to the hospital for. And the other medications cleared this up without the prednisone until I ran out of the other medications. That's why I'm not just going back to the emergency room.